Today's history lesson focuses in on how to write an SAQ if you're taking AP US History, AP European History, or AP World History. On the exam, you're going to have something that'll look similar to this. So what you'll have to do is, for example, you'll have two different stimulus or authors or writings that you're going to have to be able to analyze. Each SAQ will have three separate prompts, three separate things that you basically have to do. So here's how I teach it to my students. I tell my students to first answer the question. In answering the question, it is your responsibility to make sure in 1 to 2 sentences for each single one to be able to answer what specifically it asks. This question specifically says, if you look, briefly describe one significant difference between Adams's understanding and Rush's understanding of the American Revolution. So what you have to do is you have to read through those responses. Adams believes this. Rush believes this. Be explicit, okay? And be able to specifically answer the question. The next thing that I tell my students to do is I tell them to make sure that they cite with specific pieces of evidence, okay? Be specific. Names, dates, events, things that are specific that the reader can see that you understand the content. Remember, this is a history course, so you have to be able to specifically answer with it. Don't just name drop though. Make sure, and this is how I teach my students, make sure you cite with specific experience or evidence, and then put a comma after it, and then elaborate, explain what that is very, very briefly. The final part of answering an SAQ is to make sure that you specifically elaborate, explain as much as you can. All right, so you're going to have to do 3 of these in the time span of 40 minutes. So make sure you give yourself some time to answer. You will be required to answer question 1, question 2, and then you'll have a choice between question 3 or question 4. You could have questions that are just very, very specific. You could have things, there's just so many different examples that we could talk about. If you have questions, please put it in the comments and I'll try to answer it. But that's how you answer an SAQ. Answer it, cite with specific pieces of historical evidence, and then explain what you're talking about. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much and have a great day.